Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly,
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming. Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Erik.
Kelly.
and Rick.
And this week we watched Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, directed by David Yates and written by J.K. Rowling, starring Eddie Redmayne, Catherine Watterson, and Dan Fogler. Fogler? Whatever. IMDb synopsis. The second installment of the Fantastic Beasts series featuring the adventures of Magizoologist Newt Scamander. I'm gonna take Jason's part in this and say that is the worst fucking IMDb synopsis
That's almost
ever.
as bad as the synopsis for Deadpool 2, the sequel to the Deadpool, the first Deadpool movie. Like, literally, that's just fucking bad.
It's like the guy who made this IMDb synopsis is like, nah, fuck it. It's just the second one of this thing. I don't know what happened, and I didn't watch
They'll
it.
figure it out. Yeah.
Well, they don't want to have spoilers. It's not like all the fucking trailers and everything nowadays where they're like, hey, you know that important plot point that's going to be like a real twist in the story? Don't worry, we already put it in the fucking trailer.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. Like, see, people go out there and they watch movies nowadays when all you really have to do is just watch all the trailers and you know the movie.
That's basically true. If they were doing a modern day trailer for The Sixth Sense, the very first fucking scene or the very first bit of the trailer would be the kid going, I see dead people, and then Bruce Willis realizing he's dead.
Spoilers! I haven't seen it yet. Man, I'm not gonna watch it now. Fucking ruined
I'm
it.
not gonna watch it. Shit.
Turns
God
out
damn
he does only live once. YOLO.
God damn it, Kelly. God damn it.
I'm a little rusty on my jokes, okay? I have like a big time mom brain.
You've been telling little kid jokes to
Yeah.
Stan.
Well, why the hell doesn't Erik have a bunch of dad jokes yet?
He says he's working on them, but
Of course I have dad jokes. I made
mean-
one, what was it, yesterday?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't even know anymore.
There was that was a dad joke right
Yeah,
there. I did it.
But bum?
Yeah, that's what dad jokes are. They're like, what? Or they're like completely obvious how they're gonna end when you start the joke.
Or they're just like pun ones
They're
that
amazing
I already
puns.
do. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really a pun guy.
Well, that's why I got you covered.
Exactly. Kelly's gonna
Kelly
gonna
will make
gonna
the
check
dad
out that
jokes.
one.
That's fine with me.
Exactly. So Erik, it means your job is to protect the thermostat at all cost.
Yeah. I do that by just opening the door and disabling the thermostat. Kelly
Okay.
has to deal with it.
Yeah. First time in any place, just finds the thermostat, rips it off the wall. He's like, there. Now there's none of that nonsense.
Well, if it wasn't for the fire, I'd have like 20,000 fans going on right now, but they burned them all. So
I know, I'm fucking
mean,
pissed about
there
it. you
goes that.
guys.
Well,
I could have 3 fans going right now. It would be keeping this place to a chilly 50 degrees, which would be perfect for me and my son, who also enjoys breezy, cold stuff. Judging by, because I took him for a walk today. I just had him with me, and he's all fussy, so I took part of his blanket off, and then he just like calmed down, and he's like, finally, some fucking cool air on my skin.
yeah.
He still had clothes on though.
I assume.
I mean, honestly, being your child, I'm actually kind of surprised at that, Erik. Like, I'm
Well,
surprised
I
he's
mean,
not
he's
running
gotta-
around like, running around the woods just wild, like, oh, me Stanley.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Wait till he's like 2 or 3, then he'll start doing that, and then hopefully
Yeah.
Kelly's influence, can taper him away, from the Anderson side.
Yeah, that's my goal.
That's not an influence thing. She's gonna be like, "What the hell is wrong with this kid? Every fucking thing I've ever seen work does not work on this stubborn fucking kid." It's okay. He'll have, I mean, I'm still nice. I'm just, myself. I don't know how to describe it.
I mean, we've heard the Erik shenanigans throughout his life.
Yeah.
I mean, we can only hope, that his kid isn't half as bad.
Yeah. So what
you guys think?
Would that be weird if? What's that, Steve?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, would it be weird if somehow her stubbornness and my stubbornness melded together to create a super stubborn kid?
We don't need more.
Who's more stubborn than me?
No.
That's scary.
That is.
No.
As long as he's not lazy.
Now.
What would be great is if he wasn't lazy. Imagine that stubbornness like that and not being lazy.
He's gonna go places.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he'll be like, "I'm gonna cut this tree down if I have to use a fucking file," and he'll sit there and file on it for 3 days straight and cut it down and be like, "Nailed it." That's just a metaphor, not actually cutting down trees. Hopefully, like something, actually good.
Yeah. So, I definitely did like this movie. I didn't like it as much as the first one.
Yeah, it's like a whole different mood.
Yeah. It's definitely well. I mean, you have to understand that the rise of Grindelwald. I mean, things are gonna get pretty fucking dark pretty fast. I mean, he was pretty much just as bad, if not worse, than Voldemort. In certain
Definitely
aspects.
Not worse.
Well, I mean, he wasn't as powerful, I don't think, as Voldemort.
I
think he actually is as powerful.
I think the time period is what kind of pushed him the way he was, though, because it seemed like it's like very restrictive to wizards, compared to what it is more in like the 90s when the Harry Potter stuff takes place. And that's kind of where like they both rose from different sides of the thing, where like Grindelwald is just looking for wizards to be superior kind of thing, like they shouldn't hide from all these things.
Muggles.
Where Voldemort was very like anti anything that wasn't pure blood. It was very like it doesn't matter if you're a wizard, if you're not a pure blood wizard, fuck off, you're dead kind of thing. They still had the same kind of totalitarian, like they wanted to rule and all that shit. They thought that wizards were better than everybody else. Yeah. But they just they both, I don't know, I think Voldemort was kind of he lessened his followers too much, maybe. Like I don't know if he could have gotten what Grindelwald has, because Grindelwald seems to have like a worldwide following, where Voldemort has it's a much smaller, following.
Yeah, it's more localized to the UK and areas like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically, it looks to me like all people that he went to school with is the majority of his actual dedicated followers. The rest of them, it's like, oh fuck, this guy's taking over. Well, he said he won't kill me if I, become a whatever. And they're like, okay, I guess I'll do that. Yeah. And that's, whereas see, Grindelwald's using like reasoning, right? And he influences people by saying, hey, don't kill all these people. We're not out to kill the Muggles. That's not our plan. I mean, I think he actually started to hate the Muggles because of all the crap that they have to like hide and all that crap all the time. Not because he's just like, you know what, fuck Muggles. He's more like, I don't want to have to hide all this bullshit.
Well, I think this
is stupid.
It's in part that he feels like, wizards shouldn't have to hide like that. And also I think especially here in this movie, you kind of get the feel that maybe the First World War maybe kind of fucked Grindelwald up as well too. And he was like, Muggles are just violent fucking creatures that are literally going to destroy the entire planet if we don't put them under control.
He actually was showing everybody in that Flash World War II.
Yeah, with the nuclear bomb and shit.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine?
Oh man, Grindelwald's the man in the high castle. He's got the tapes from the other dimension.
or he just can somehow see the future.
It's that fucking skull hookah he's smoking out.
Yeah, smoking some seriously powerful fucking wizard weed.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, the whole thing where you were separating people just based on some minor difference and whatever is stupid. Like this whole, it's a good message. Like the overall message for the movie is to not separate people for arbitrary reasons. It seems like the whole, like the one lady, the fat dude's girlfriend. I cannot remember anybody's name for some reason.
Queenie?
Yeah, Queenie.
Nope, not
Yeah.
the other one. No, the other one. No, that is Queenie. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's Queenie.
Yeah. Queenie, like she just joins him because she just wants to be able to do what she wants.
She wants to marry the fat dude. I forget his name too.
Yeah, and there's
Jacob.
some
What was that?
dildo
Jacob.
who's
Jacob,
like,
that's
no, you guys are the human beings, but because one of you is a little bit different than the other, can't do shit. And
Well,
like
I think
that's
that was why Queenie enchanted him and brought him to England in the first place, or
of course, yeah.
Because I do believe that even that in that time a wizard could marry a muggle there. It's just that shit was illegal in you could not let any muggle know about the magic world or anything like that still in America, where they're in the UK shit like that, they're a little more lenient on that. Like, sure, you can marry him, do whatever, but they got to keep the fucking secret too. And also, like, honestly, who the fuck do you think is gonna believe them? Like, they're just gonna think they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, you could kind of see where America's coming from with that, with like the Salem witch trials and shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, however, what we're seeing, I think what kind of really messes this up for your brain for reality is you're seeing all these really powerful wizards, but I think what maybe we need to see a movie about is like a regular everyday dumb shit wizard who can barely fucking cast spells.
So pretty much,
his name is Ron Weasley.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So pretty much, make a movie about Ron Weasley.
Yeah, let's watch Ron Weasley just try and do stuff like his mom is a good wizard and can make the pots and pans move around. Let's watch Ron fuck that up and beat the shit out of his brain with a cast iron pan, and he's like, these carrots came out and they're all fucking fucked up, and let's see that, because I think what the reality is a bunch of wizards that are good or some, and then I bet there's just a ton of them that are just garbage. They're all basically like that. What the hell is that guy's name in the third Harry Potter? The Gilderoy Lockhart. They're all Gilderoy Lockharts.
Yeah,
they can't do shit.
Except like Lockhart was really good at memory charm. So he had something he was really good at, where I think that was probably above average kind of thing. So I don't know if every wizard has something they're really good at. Maybe they're all just pretty mediocre about everything.
Maybe they are really good at one thing, like one aspect. But I mean, if you look at wizarding stuff, none of it really falls under one thing.
No.
Maybe one of them's really good at summoning charms, but that's it. They fucking can't fight anybody off. I mean, you got that Auror right in the middle of this movie, who's just throwing fucking death curses on people.
Yeah.
Instead of like, stunning them or doing anything that would make any like what.
Are you talking about the one that went after Credence, the one who puts a shield charm on himself when Credence turns into Obscurial?
No, what I'm talking about is when Grindelwald's got his big speech going, and they're walking down the thing, and the girls
walking down, and the Auror is just sitting there, just fucking boom, dead.
Just fucking kills her right off. Could stun her, could have just disarmed her, which would have been. But no, I mean, I bet money that was the American that they brought over because they needed extra help. And the American, just kill that guy. That's how you do it. You just kill that guy. Because that's how police in America do it, and have done it.
Well, it's possible
forever.
It's possible he was also a plant by Grindelwald. If you have the police people,
could be,
killing just random people, then you're gonna put those people on the other guy's side.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and Grindelwald is a highly manipulative individual, so
he's got to have some kind of enchantment with his voice. He has to be able to control people. He's also probably pretty good with controlling his thoughts, which is why he'd be able to get Queenie to side with him. Like, he could say whatever he wants, but
he's probably just insanely good at fucking legitimacy and occlumency. He's probably just insanely good at this, so she really can't. I mean, like, because I do think that she was saying, like, all she can sense with him is just his general emotions. She can't actually tell what he's thinking. She can just sense what kind of mood he's in.
Yeah.
It's also possible maybe he genuinely believes a lot of the stuff. and
I'm
he
sure
really
he
doesn't
does.
want to just wipe out. I mean, if you so like Voldemort's just a giant piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's kind of the Hitler of the magical world, but Grindelwald doesn't really seem like. If you look at it, it's possible that Grindelwald just started hating rules and hating stuff when, the whole, because I mean, him and Dumbledore supposed to be like lovers or whatever, right? So I mean, and then you've got a whole bunch of people arbitrarily telling him, "Oh my God, you can't be together because you're, the class that we're not going to let be together," which is also stupid. So instead of them just having individual rights, like, wouldn't it have been nice if Grindelwald was like, you know what? I'm out for individual rights. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And that's what my stand is. And then they just did that. Right. And then everybody had that would have like completely fucked over the Nazis because they don't like individual rights and a bunch of other stuff that doesn't like individual rights. The fucking America would have had, equal rights in like 1935 or 1936. That would have been way better than dicking around with this bullshit.
We do see that he doesn't really give a shit about the Muggles though at all, because he says you can't kill them all because we need pack mules.
Yeah.
So he's definitely looking to enslave the
Muggle
people.
race. But I mean, also with the whole thing of like I was just saying before, going through World War I and then having this fortune telling thing of World War II, he probably more along the lines feels like if we don't put them under control and enslave them, they're going to destroy everyone, like not just themselves but all of us. So it's for their own. So it's kind of like for their own good, to enslave the entire Muggle population.
I think we talked about this, but when America bombs Nagasaki and Hiroshima, we were talking about it like maybe he actually causes that. And it's actually a fucking some kind of crazy spell that goes off. And it's just a big cover up to say that we dropped bombs on these places.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't know that this is what happens yet, but
like
so.
That would be quite the twist.
Yeah, he's devised some fucking huge ass fucking nuclear spell to just fucking destroy an entire fucking area. Sets it off twice.
Maybe he's fighting Dumbledore at the time.
So.
But you got to cover that up.
They do have a duel. Isn't that in 1945?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's after obviously Dumbledore now breaks that little, blood pact thing they made that makes it impossible for them to attack each other.
What's his castle's name? Nuremberg?
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that. Yeah, it's out in what is it, Albania or some shit.
That's where they have the duel, and then he's just captured in that castle. Basically.
Yeah, he ends up turning his castle into his prison cell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, I don't think Voldemort or Grindelwald are really all that different in power level as far as it goes, because Dumbledore has a hard time with Grindelwald. Maybe he's just has a hard time because of his emotions.
I don't know because you see, I would
Voldemort,
think that
Dumbledore doesn't handily kick his ass, and neither Voldemort doesn't handily kick Dumbledore's ass either.
But I mean, okay, so I think a lot of this really comes down to is that one, Dumbledore doesn't really want to fight him because he still has feelings for him, like he still cares about him, like he's his longest oldest friend and everything like that, you know what I mean, and everything else that J.K. Rowling's put out now. And
whatever other
crazy shit she's decided to add to the to the story, you know what I mean? But then I also feel like
turns out Harry's been Asian the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dumbledore's black. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. But I also feel that Dumbledore learned early on that especially after the whole Harry Potter thing, that
he wasn't around after the Harry Potter thing. He died before the Harry Potter thing, finished off,
No, I mean like when Harry, first defeated, when he was baby.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's like when it all started.
I thought you meant the everything.
No.
You did read those books, right?
No. So I also feel that at least from that point on, Dumbledore knew that he shouldn't kill Dumbledore at this point in time, because if he does, he probably has a good feeling. It's like, all right, well, if I kill him now, that's all fine and dandy, but I'm probably going to end up having to kill Harry too at some point in time. because I'm almost positive that he realized Harry was a Horcrux pretty fucking early on. Like, before anything else, before any symptoms started to develop, he was like, hey, he's probably a Horcrux. Like, and if I kill Voldemort, I'm gonna have to kill this kid.
I don't know. He seemed pretty surprised when he. Oh, you mean Dumbledore?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant Voldemort. Yeah, sorry.
No.
I think you were like going back and forth on those names.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. No. But
Oh,
yeah.
so you
so
think
I feel
Dumbledore?
Dumbledore pretty much, yeah.
up.
Well, I mean, like you see him in numerous parts where he just like he automatically knows like, okay, there is dark magic on this like item, like there's magic there. So he would have automatically known first ever seeing Harry, there is dark magic in that kid. He would have known, he would have researched the shit at it and realized he's probably a Horcrux, which means if I continue to hunt down Voldemort and eventually kill him, because at that stage he would have easily hunted down Voldemort, found him in his weakened stage, and killed him. Like, you know, he could have easily done it. You knew Dumbledore knew Voldemort was still alive. But I think Dumbledore kind of realized, okay, if I do this, that means Voldemort's not going to be there to kill Harry, to get rid of that Horcrux. And then that means if I kill Voldemort, I have to kill Harry too to totally get rid of Voldemort. So he's kind of like, well, fuck.
That seems like you're giving him a lot more credit than he actually should have, because he put that fucking ring on, knew it was fucking cursed, and cursed himself.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, the whole like thing on that was though is that he was compelled so much to see his sister again.
Yeah.
Which I'm feeling like, okay, that's, you know, a reasonable, you know, feeling there. Why don't you destroy the Horcrux first and then use it? But then again, he may have not have realized it would still work after he did it, only realizing it still works after it was destroyed. Because that's the whole reason why he gave it to Harry.
Yeah.
Because he knew, okay, even though I cracked it open and destroyed the Horcrux, it still works. It still does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Dumbledore's one of those, like, super smart guys, but he seems like, I think he's really lazy. I honestly think he didn't go after Voldemort because he's like,
fuck it.
That's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. Fuck that. You know, otherwise he would have done like, you know, there's the saying, those who can do and those who can't teach for a reason. That's a saying like for a reason. There is like those who don't wanna, they teach because they can do it. And they're like, fuck it. I'm not gonna, that's a lot of work, you know? I mean, you know, we've had it like, I think I've had one teacher who's like, why is this guy not doing some like actual stuff? And he's just a teacher. But, you know, I don't know if Dumbledore just really likes teaching or, you know, which could be the case. But, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on during all the Harry Potter books where it's like, why doesn't he just go take care of that? You know, there's the whole hunt for Sirius Black he might have been able to handle pretty readily. There's a lot of the stuff that is like, what the fuck? Why didn't he, you know?
Yeah, it's also kind of like fucked that, you know, Ron, or not Ron, but my Fred and George didn't tell Ron that, hey, you know, so now that, you know, you've started going to school here, I've noticed there's a dude sleeping in your bed named Peter Pettigrew. Like, it's cool and all, but I'm just
yeah,
curious.
No shit, right?
You know what I mean? You know, I'm just concerned. You know, I mean, like you obviously haven't talked to anyone about this yet, so I'm wondering, like, who is Peter Pettigrew? I'm like, I haven't met this man in our house.
At least go wait, hey guys, why do you have 5 people sleeping in your room?
So, well, the way they kind of, when they gave the map to Harry, the way they were talking about it, it doesn't. I don't think they were using that map the last couple of years because they knew every single thing.
Yeah, but I mean, but still, they would use it to keep looking out. Like, okay, is someone coming though?
I don't know. I don't think they were.
You know what I mean?
I don't think they gave a shit at that point.
At that point, yeah.
They knew,
they're like year 3 of school. Yeah. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
They knew how to like get around Filch and all that
stuff. Because I'm just thinking like, you know, like they went. I mean, still though, it's like, I mean, come the fuck on, you know. I mean, okay, before that, the rat was Percy's. So that means they were at school with Percy.
Yeah.
Seeing Peter Pettigrew when they were using the map. But then again, it's Percy. I mean, it is Percy we're talking about. They're like, fuck it.
They just look at each other and they're like, Percy named his gerbil Peter Pettigrew?
Yeah, I mean,
that's weird.
We always knew. We always knew.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, the whole Peter Pettigrew thing probably could have been taken care of a lot sooner, you know? a lot fucking sooner. Also,
Or here's an idea. Oh my God, why is this rat still alive 16 years later?
Magic rat. I mean,
yeah.
Know.
But I mean, okay, but now also
it's not a fucking magic rat. Jesus.
But I mean, like, also we get back to the point that okay, Dumbledore can obviously detect magic and spells and stuff like that around him. So why the fuck did the first time he came near this fucking rat be like, what the fuck?
I think he probably had a lot of shit on his mind.
Quite possibly, yeah.
How did they not notice the rat jacking off in his room?
But I mean, like, all the same. I mean, that would explain all of Ron's crush.
See him standing there like fucking Splinter and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just jackhammering his little rat dog.
God
like,
damn it!
Whoa, this rat is fucked up. The rat's over there, like, take me back to your mom's house. You know.
It's fucking terrible.
Ron's like, I don't know why, but this rat really likes Hermione. He just wants to go spend the night at her place all the time.
God damn it, that's fucked up.
Well, it's a
the whole fucking guy. Yeah, I mean, the whole Peter Pettigrew fucking situation is just fucked up on so many fucking different levels. I mean, so many different levels.
He's a fucked up little creature.
Yeah, I mean, like,
okay. So one thing that definitely should have noticed, right, is McGonagall. Can't animaguses kind of sense each other? I thought that was part of the thing.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Dumbledore senses magic in the walls.
I mean, he literally has the glasses on or something like that, and I'm almost positive it's the glasses that lets him see Harry in his invisibility cloak. And that motherfucking thing's a fucking Deathly Hollow. So you can't tell me those glasses aren't just going to be like reveal a fucking animagus right there in front of him.
I thought he could just see through it. Like he could just see magic, and he's like,
I'm almost
there's
positive.
Fucking magic floating around right
like,
there. Oh, everything, Harry.
I mean, like, everything kind of always, like, I've always kind of just felt like it was maybe like his glasses that make him see that. Like, he's enchanted his glasses in such a way that he can see, like, whether there's a spell, like, and what kind of class of magic it is. You know what I mean? Like, whether it be, charms, enchantments, fucking all that crap.
Wonder what that would show. Could you imagine that? He's just looking at the dinner table during, like, their feast time or whatever.
Yeah, and he just sees some, like, naked fat guy chilling on some dude's shoulder.
A naked fat guy inside Ron's pocket. And he's like,
what the fuck?
Why is there a man on top of Ron Weasley right there? What the fuck? I mean, maybe the whole time he was just like, man, I need to lay off of this weed. What the fuck is that? Nobody else is reacting to the guy. I was just
chilling in this kid's pocket. Like, I mean, what
the fuck? So yeah, I mean, this movie has got like a lot of different tones. The one thing I will say about it, it's a little like convoluted. It's not very smooth, right? The other one is like there's this thing that's happening, and then there's the objective at the end, and it's very like streamlined and not any weird forking, double backing, branched, stuff in it. Whereas this is like, it's like a snowflake, right? It's like, what the fuck is going on here? There's all these turns and twists, and I don't know, it took me twice watching it before I was like, oh, I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not alone on that, because I mean, I know I wasn't like 100% focused because I had the baby to deal with, but I was just like, what?
Yeah.
I love the first one, so I was like, this is not. I mean,
yeah, like you almost want to go back and rewatch the first one and be like, hold on, did I miss some like key point from the first one that helps me understand this one?
Yeah.
So what'd you find of Animagus, Steven?
The fact that there's no fucking way Peter Pettigrew could ever become a fucking Animagus. The spells and all that shit it would be way too difficult for him to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they were saying.
Well, he had
learn how.
He had help, like pretty much had Peter and Sirius and Lupin walk him through it, step by fucking step.
So you have to hold a leaf of a mandrake.
Mandrake in your mouth like a month.
Using the leaf for the creation of the potion, reciting an incantation.
Every day.
That motherfucker would fucking fuck that up.
You need to do that every day till like an electrical storm or some shit. Yeah. And then on the electrical storm, you need to cast the spell one more time, and then drink the potion you made with that mandrake leaf, and then you should turn into an animagus.
There's just
that sounds like something that with a long enough time to do it, he would get it done.
But it has a high potential of backfiring, so I don't think you have a second shot.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, it seems like the backfiring thing, maybe that happens after he gets to the after it's been in his mouth a month. Maybe he like missed one day or something and he just got more practice. Maybe they made him not do it without the leaf for a while, knowing what a dipshit he was, until he got the spell perfect every time and then was like, okay, we're going to start your month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
they needed someone
if he
small.
just recites it correctly, then he'll be okay.
Yeah, because they needed someone small to be able to go and push the knot on the tree so they could go and hang out with Lupin when he was transformed into a werewolf.
Well, that's also, I don't think you have a choice on what you become.
No, you don't. You don't. There's no choice.
Wait, really?
What chance?
Yeah,
like,
you don't choose what you turn into.
He just happened to become. Maybe they knew. Maybe. Well, no, I don't think he could cast a fucking.
No. I mean, like, honestly, though, like,
charm,
I think it's kind of like, yeah, like, you would be able to tell from someone's personality, and they're probably all like, this kid's a fucking rat. Like, I guarantee you he's going to turn into a mouse or a rat. Like, I will bet you money. I bet you, I honestly, I bet you there was an exchange of money between Sirius Lupin and Remus there. No, sorry, Sirius Lupin and James of money, like, when Peter Pettigrew finally turned into an animal. They're like, fuck, he didn't turn into a rat.
Oh yeah, so is Sirius's and James's Patronus the same as what they ended up being?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. James had a
Well,
stag.
that's cool.
Sirius was the dog, and that's what they changed into.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And the only one out of the group that wasn't an animagus is Lupin.
The one.
Do you think he could have become one?
I don't know.
The one that could have done it the easiest.
He probably not, because he would have transformed sometime in that time frame that he would have had to hold that thing in his mouth.
Yeah, and into a werewolf, and he would have been able to do it.
So,
which would make sense.
He would have just become another werewolf. He's like, I could double werewolf now, right?
I mean, the one that he transforms into might be one that he could control. Which would mean like he could like just turn himself into it right before the full moon, and then wouldn't that be cool if it's just like, yeah, I'm just staying a werewolf, I can't turn that back out of it.
Yeah.
Well, you would also think that Lupin would spend a great deal amount of time studying how to make the wolfsbane potion. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no shit, right?
I mean, like, hey, like, I'm gonna transform no matter what, but this way I don't have to shackle myself to a fucking like in a cellar, you like to like the wall and floor, like, a few nights out of the, out of the, month there. Why don't I just learn this wolfsbane potion so I can make this shit myself? That way, at least I'm still like sane, and I can just go curl up somewhere and just pass out for the night. Like,
why don't they have a Newt Scamander fucking trunk?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the obvious choice. A Newt Scamander trunk with a bunch of cows in it.
So you've got like, okay, so Newt is expelled in like his 3rd year or something like that. I don't remember how far anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe his 4th year, whatever. And this motherfucker is more powerful than any other wizard we've seen on screen, like besides Dumbledore or Voldemort, Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Like, compared to everybody else doing spells and shit like that, fucking Newt has it all down. It's like, okay, we're like, yeah. And also, why does he have a wand? When you get expelled from Hogwarts, your wand gets broken.
Well, I think that depends on the severity of your actions.
He's accused of killing somebody.
Oh, okay, then yeah, he would have had his wand broken, because that's what Hagrid was accused of. And
Dumbledore would definitely be like, we're not going to do that.
But he should have done the same thing with Hagrid, because he knows Hagrid didn't do the thing.
Yeah. Well, also, that brings up another question.
Different, because Hagrid still ends up with his wand.
No, he's just got the pieces of his wand inside of an umbrella.
Exactly. So, but now that brings up another good thing there. Okay, so after the series in advance of the Chamber of Secrets, right? They, nullified Hagrid. Like, they, pretty much proved, okay, it really wasn't him. So why was it like Dumbledore and Hagrid going down the Ministry of Magic going like, hey, look, we have all the evidence we need to know, to get these charges dropped against, Hagrid, so that way he can, get his wand back and have full rights as a wizard again. And then go and get Hagrid a fucking new wand, maybe have like some teachers, I'm fucking sure Hermione would have helped him study, teach him magic again, so that way he can use magic out in the open, like, you know, a normal wizard could. Like, they should have just totally like, oh yeah, you know, Hagrid's got, you know, his magic back now. You know, that's cool. But no, instead they're like, no, fuck you, Hagrid.
Yeah, you should have gone to night
Hagrid is way younger than Newt, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also possible that practice never actually, that wasn't a practice that has always been.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Breaking the one. Not to mention, like, it seems a little funny that a first-year wizard can go in and get himself a wand with no problem. And it's not like, I mean, and then the whole, like, Newt knowing spells, I mean, it's not like he can't teach himself if he has a wand. It's just Hagrid's kind of a dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a dumbass. And it's, you know, I mean, Dumbledore didn't need anybody teaching him, or he didn't have anybody teaching him any of the extra good shit that he knows. He just figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing, like, you know, it's the same with like school and whatever, you know, you don't need, there's all kinds of people who've taught themselves how to do stuff that they, you know, didn't have school for, but they can do. And that's kind of like the weird thing about people with schooling is you know, they have to qualify it. Well, you know, did you go to college? Well, it's like, there's all kinds of people who know how to do college level stuff without ever going to college. Mm-hmm. And we all want to stand there. Well, did you get a degree?
Yeah.
You know, now we've got an entire generation of people working at McDonald's who have a college degree, you know, and that sucks. And they're trying to pay off a college loan working at McDonald's or some shit job because they need the degree for nothing. Like, how many, do you guys remember all those lectures we got when we were in like 5th grade and or 6th grade, and they come in and tell us about how much more money you're going to earn with your degree?
Yeah.
You know, you still have to not be an idiot. All they did was like, they just rigged it up so every Tom, Dick, and moron would go in there and get a degree. And, you know, there's like my cousin ended up having to go back to school and get a second degree because the first one there's no jobs for.
Yeah.
So she went to school for, and it's like, holy shit. Well, that's not going to help anybody out. And, you know, the college doesn't say, hey, you know, there's no fucking jobs in this field, right?
Yeah, in this area, at least, you know.
Yeah,
or
they don't say shit. They're just like, oh, yeah, you want a liberal arts degree? Go for it. Well, I don't know what the bullshit one. I think hers was like
it is liberal
ag
arts
business or something.
No, ag business is actually really good. Liberal arts is the bad one.
Yeah, well, ag business is hard to get like a really high paying job.
It's hard to get in, but once
it's better just to get a business degree
once you get in,
and then
you're
learn the
there.
ag part of it.
Well, I mean, honestly, once you get a business degree, all you have to do is go down to like an ag industry and be like, hey, put me in your fucking, you know, your business, section. Like, okay, boom, ag business. That's all it is, you know?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It just seems weird because, you know, there's like I've had to deal with a lot of people who are bosses at places that are big companies. Mm-hmm. And the bosses that I dealt with that didn't go to college were much better than the ones that did. Because it seems like they're just way more honest.
Yeah, they're more down to earth.
There's stuff that they won't do, like lie and do all that. Whereas the managers that have been to college are like, yeah, it's all about the bottom line. I'm just going to do or say whatever it takes to make this happen. And they end up like, you know, being fucking assholes. So maybe that's why Newt is like, fuck you, I'll just do the right thing. Wouldn't that be funny if that was like one of those weird things that happened?
Yeah, well, you know? I mean, that's pretty much what he's pretty much proven to be done. You know, he's just like, okay, fuck you. Like, I know what's right and I know what's wrong. Go fuck yourself. I'm going to do what's right.
Well, that's why he left the room when the bounty hunter showed up.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not working with that guy.
Yeah.
Because that guy just wants to kill, and he loves killing creatures. That's what he fucking does. So,
yeah.
When the bounty hunter guy shows up, he's like, I'm out. See ya.
Yep. Nope, not going to do that. Then he went and, you know, teamed up with, you know, Dumbledore. Well, Dumbledore, you know...
He was already teamed up with Dumbledore.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Dumbledore, you know, pretty much coerced him into doing this mission anyways. He's like, you could still do it. You just have to do it, you know, illegally. Because, you know, you're not allowed to leave the country anymore. After that last fucking fiasco you had in America.
Well, who in the fuck, like, where... I don't know why the hell human beings have this idiot thing where we feel like we got to tell everybody what to do with stuff like you can't leave the country and what color your house needs to be and the homeowners associations and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
well, I think keeping Newt from leaving the country was more of like a national security thing. Dude unleashed a fucking bunch of creatures into the city. Granted, it wasn't the creatures that did the damage to the place, at least not what caused everything in the very beginning. It was obscurial. But them seeing that, they're like, well, if they think we keep dropping this, that could be bad on diplomatic ties and stuff like that with America, especially England having released all this stuff that exposes the magical world to people who supposedly aren't supposed to know about the magical world.
Yeah,
causes a whole lot of problem for their government and all that stuff. So I understand
who gives
not
a
letting
shit about
leave the country.
Diplomatic ties with the United States.
I think the English did.
Backwards idiots.
I think the English did, especially after World War One.
Yeah, they definitely were.
That's true. They're like, oh, America,
I think that was the big turning point on like the view of America from England.
Yeah, it was kind of like, well, they kind of, saved all of our fucking asses. Holy shit. All right, cool. I mean, you guys are still pricks, but I mean, you did,
at least you're there
trying to fucking help us out.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are still pricks. I just want to make this clear. You guys are pricks, but you did help out, but you're still massive pricks. All right, so I mean, you have one thing going for you.
The thing is, though, like, how the fuck could they say England is responsible for, some single citizen who wasn't there on any official government business? That's ridiculous. That
it
never
happens all the
flies
time.
Anywhere.
Though. It happens all the time.
Yeah, but nobody, it's like there's all kinds of fucked up people who do fucked up shit you never hear about. I mean, it's got to be like a president, right?
Yeah.
Before they're like, oh my God, do you see what he did? I mean, shit, you look at it like in England, they got all kinds of garbage happening from people from other countries, and nobody's like, we're going to sever diplomatic ties with these other countries. Of course, they're bombing a whole bunch of these countries currently, but I think that's that's a little different scenario.
So I fucking love the circus thing that was there. I feel like it'd be
that
really
was cool.
difficult to have a circus for wizards though. It's like, in a regular circus, you got all these people doing these crazy tricks and shit like that, and all these wizards going there. It's like, yeah, I can do that. That's cool. Yeah, I can do that too. Yeah, whatever, I can do that. It's like you see these people blowing fire, and it's like, I mean, yeah, it's just magic. We do that all the time. We learned that in Hogwarts, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess in France it was Beauxbaton, but actually that was like a girls' school though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There were boys there.
Were there?
Yeah, they were more really like they were, treated lesser and more like servants, but they were.
Well, I guess they're French
boys.
boys, so I mean, can you really count them as boys? I'm teasing.
But so the circus was really cool though. Just the only thing that the people couldn't do were the fucking have the animals and stuff. So they had all those the kappa and the fucking. What the hell were those? Those little like fire fairies?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know.
They didn't look like regular fairies, so.
But that leads me to another thought here, though. So, Newt Scamander obviously loves going out there, helping animals and all this kind of shit, right? Why doesn't he set up a rehabilitation zoo? Where he takes in
That's
injured.
what his house is.
Yeah, but why doesn't he open that up to the public, charge fucking tickets, get some money off it to help support his hobby?
I feel like he
and, passion of helping these creatures out and educating people because he made a book, so he wants to educate people.
I feel like he probably would see that as exploiting the animals.
Yeah, but then he's using this to make money to help the animals out.
Logistically,
it's also a educational experience, bringing people in there, teaching them about the animals.
I think logistically, though, if you look at how his animals behave with other people than just him, they're fucking they're wild animals.
Yeah. Well, that's why
I think he just has some weird thing. I mean, look at Falcor, right? Right after the zoo, Falcor's taking off. He's fucking people up, and then he shakes the little thing and gets Falcor to be like, "Okay, I'm your buddy. I'll even let you ride me around." Right? Yeah. I mean, there's nobody's gonna be. He's like the fucking Crocodile Dundee of the magical world, and I
was gonna go Steve Irwin, but
Well, I mean, Crocodile Dundee because he has a knife. That's his wand.
Oh, okay. I'd see.
I mean, Steve Irwin had his thumb.
I mean, I didn't see any
Steve
fingers
Irwin had a
going in
thumb,
any
all right?
buttholes either.
You just didn't watch
There's
the
no-
extended version of it, all right?
Damn.
But okay, so you're saying, put them in closures. I don't think that's Newt's thing either. Like,
well, okay, look, but there would be
it's like a big magical
yeah, but that's
area for them.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he could have these enclosures. On the outside they're kind of small, so that they keep the shit contained. But inside they're fucking monstrous, and they would be like his because I mean he already has them in these types of enclosures where it's like he's rehabilitating them or he's taking care of ones that he knows cannot be released back into the wild.
How likely are those animals gonna come to the window when people are there? Like, fuck off.
I'm just saying.
You got this big expansive area for them to hide, so they're definitely gonna hide.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's really kind of sad that Wizards don't have TV cameras because you could totally see Newt out in the wild, Steve Irwining it. Like, this is what these creatures do. This is how to keep them so they don't kill you.
And now I'm going to shove my thumb up his butt and see what gender it is.
That's right.
That's the most, appropriate, and accurate way.
It's the only way to find out.
It is. It is.
Isn't that kind of funny how they have all this neat magic stuff, but they don't have a fucking TV,
Yeah, they have radios. It's like, okay.
But still, I mean, seeing it happen, like Steve Irwin, is way better than you could do with like a little tiny picture book, or even their moving pictures. I don't think is as good as like a TV.
Yeah.
It's more like isn't that weird though? Like, they couldn't figure out how to they have radio though, right?
Yeah.
They are using radios that human beings invented. That Muggles made.
Yeah, that they couldn't and they can't go through and like make up the magic TV.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's just one of those things. They're probably like, well, how do you make a TV more magical? TV companies been trying to do that for 60 years, and other than adding color and making the picture a little bit better, they really haven't come up with much.
They need to invent smell-o-vision.
Well, that would definitely not make it better.
Well, it depends. I mean, depends. Well,
it
honestly depends on what show you're watching. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're watching, like Trailer Park Boys, turn off your smell-o-vision.
No shit, right?
Yeah, I'm like, if you.
Well, I mean, it's not always gross. They have their pickle chips and their cheeseburgers
and
jalapenos.
And then exactly, but then you have shows, like the cooking shows, where you would want smell-o-vision. You're like, oh fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that would.
Then you watch Gordon Ramsay's one, and the guy's burning. You're like, fucking asshole, kick that guy off the show.
Okay, so let's see. Most Muggle homes have at least one set. There is most likely no Wizarding World equivalent. Despite this, there was an attempt to create Wizarding Television Network in the early 1980s, but it was shot down by the British Ministry of Magic. The reasoning behind this was that the broadcast signal of Wizarding Television Network could have accidentally been picked up by Muggle television, causing severe breaches in statute of secrecy. I feel like if I was sitting there watching a TV show and it just happened to be a Wizard TV show, I was like, man, this got really good fucking special effects. This is awesome.
That's exactly it. Nobody would fucking know.
Yeah, there'd be no fucking way.
Pots like me and Ricky would be like, that's a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
That's a fucking wizard. And everybody would be like, oh God, they're on it about the reptilians again. Where does that would go?
It would just be like, man, this is fucking great, man. I love this channel. It's they were afraid that the Wizard channel would take over all the Muggle channels. Is what it was.
Yeah. Turns out one of the Ministry of Magic who made that call is the owner of ITV and BBC.
He's a fucking.
Gonna eat this alive.
How am I supposed to buy my Muggle whores if I can't have Muggle money from fucking my BBC's money?
Exactly. God damn it.
One thing you really gotta wonder about, right, is like memory charms. Okay, and then like Muggles.
Yeah.
So I mean that you can have like some dark ass shit happening with some memory charms. I mean, like if Bill Cosby had memory charms, like we wouldn't be talking about Bill Cosby.
That's kind of the running theory on Lockhart. It's someone who's incredibly great at memory charms, memory modifications, and then volunteers to go and teach at a school full of a bunch of underage, kids. That was just like what that was just like what
trying to get alone with Harry.
Yeah, that was just kind of like what the fuck, Just saying. Well, I mean, he was all alone a lot with Harry, and Harry doesn't know, As far as Harry knows, he just helped to answer fan mail. Yeah.
I don't know why I had to answer fan mail in my underwear. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Feet was terrible. I came away and my butt was just really hurting.
It's hard chairs.
Yeah. Like fucking Louis C.K. with on that fucking show. Yeah, with the dentist. God, I always get this nasty taste in my mouth after I'm done at the dentist.
Oh man. So that last fight scene was really fucking awesome. I think that was it's like a fucking middle movie and it has a better fight scene than the Battle of Hogwarts at the end of Deathly Hallows.
Yeah. Well, I mean the fact that fucking Grindelwald released a fucking spell that was literally gonna like destroy most of Paris or whatever it was they were in.
Yeah.
He pretty much is like, you know what? I don't like Paris.
Well, I just like it was
and it just fucking destroys the
and
fucking
it was a chance to see
place.
like actual like magic users who know how to use magic magic. Where everything else we see is a bunch of students using magic that, half of them don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
You don't see anything crazy. There's no big spells.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only big stuff you saw was a little bit when Dumbledore was dueling against Voldemort, and that was about it. Like, I mean, Harry's duel against Voldemort is...
It's the same spell every time.
It's fucking Avada Kedavra and Stupefy.
Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus.
Yeah, it's like,
fuck yeah, I'm a great Auror. I mean, could you imagine that guy's Auror career?
Well, it's like them letting...
Fucking guy can't do shit with it. What is he gonna do when he Expelliarmus Brock Lesnar and gets the shit beat out of him?
It's the same with like when they let because I'm pretty sure they let Ron be a...
They did. He was an Auror for quite some time before he went and quit and joined his brother at his store.
Yeah. So it's like you want to talk about fucking Auror? Come on.
I mean, he did pretty good under, shitty situations, though.
Well, he did. But I mean, what that was...
Look how good he did with chess. At least his brain worked.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the big thing with it is, that, I mean, Ron is an incredibly loyal, individual. That was his whole thing, Harry was courage, Ron was loyalty, Hermione was, intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, he can't have somebody who's like that loyal as an Auror. You're gonna have somebody like, all right, well, I have Harry. You're gonna do whatever I say.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Like I don't know. Ron would be a bad fucking Auror. I don't think he was. Very good.
I think that was one of the main reasons also why he quit and he went and joined his brother. Realized that wasn't really his line of work.
Yeah.
What do you think the murders that Harry had him cover up?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, I can't live with him anymore.
Harry, you have to quit killing hookers. All right, like you're married to my sister. Quit doing this, dude.
Too many, man.
He's like, you know who I am? I'm fucking Harry Potter. All right, I can do whatever the fuck.
He's like, look, I could do with like 5, but like, okay, 20 now. 20. This is getting a little out of hand, Harry. Okay.
Turns out Harry's behind all of the autoerotic asphyxiations from all the celebrities. He's just murdering them that way, and then fucking Ron caught on.
Yep.
Whoa, what are you doing in this guy's? Why is it? What the hell is going on here? Did you Imperius curse this guy to do this? He's like, I'd like to see him, come with all the light coming out of their eyes.
Oh fuck. God damn.
Can't ever tell if he's coming or going.
Watching your fucking, your parents get murdered when you're an infant can't have done anything good for them.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, look what happened to Dexter.
And then Dudley,
that's
fuck.
Right. Fucking Harry turns into the magical Dexter. He's got his dark passenger. He's got
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if it turns out that there is no Dudley?
Yeah.
Harry is Dudley. And he just imagines the other character.
Yeah. God damn it.
What the fuck?
That'd be fucked up.
Hey, don't talk too much because J.K. Rowling's gonna hear this and she's gonna change everything.
Oh, I know, right?
Harry Potter verse. She's like, oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, let's just do all that.
Yeah, he's a reptilian too.
Yeah, definitely a reptilian. So that makes way more sense.
I mean, you gotta have all that stuff in there, and
Yeah.
I mean, look at Nicholas Flamel, the most obvious gray alien we've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Oh man, that was pretty cool to see him too.
Yeah,
and
it was.
the fact that he's still a badass, just fucking destroying shit.
Yeah, fucking shakes his hand. He's like, breaks his fucking fingers twice. He's like, I'm sorry.
I'm really fucking excited for the next movie, for hopefully the Grindelwald Dumbledore showdown.
really,
and I hope to fuck it isn't some like 2-second fight like in the Order of the Phoenix, where it's like 4 things happen and then that's it.
Yeah.
I want to see like an extended, like half an hour, like just stupid, go for it explosions.
Make Michael Bale or whatever it is.
Yeah,
the one who did.
You get him to be like, oh yeah, let's just add explosions, and then I want J.J. Abrams to throw some member berries in there.
Exactly. Huh? We're gonna have a semi truck that's gonna come through. It's gonna be like, and then everything's gonna be like,
yeah. As long as they don't throw Megan Fox in there, we'll be in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the only real thing I didn't really like about this movie was the whole Queenie like going over to Grindelwald so easily. I don't know. I mean,
it makes a lot of sense to me.
I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't really seem like that was really within her character.
What didn't seem in character to me is the beginning when she
enchants Jacob. That too.
I feel like he would have like gone with her to England. I don't know. It seemed weird, like the whole thing where she has to trick him into going there and into marrying her and stuff. It's like, seems a little odd. I don't know what's
I don't
up
know.
there.
To me, that feels pretty normal. That feels pretty natural to me. I totally see that happening.
Is that what you've done to Kelly?
I can neither confirm nor deny the that's happened. No, I mean, okay. So so he remembered, like, so she broke the law and went back into the thing, and then I think brought him back kind of away from the whatever that potion was, right?
Yeah, the memory charm.
So basically, he remembered a lot. Like he says, he remembers.
Yeah,
he remembered all the good stuff.
Yeah,
she just filled him in on the rest of the stuff. So I think when at the end of the first movie, when he sees her in the bakery, he remembers her
everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
But I mean, that memory charm was only designed to erase the bad memories of the last 24 hours.
But her going in there probably helped him remember a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
And she wasn't supposed to have contact with him.
No.
At all.
No.
So
well, she brought a muggle back into the magicking world again, and that's highly illegal. She'd be killed for that.
And I mean, the guy was a military man. He's used to doing stuff that he's told. So there's probably a big part of him that's scared shitless of getting caught, and I don't think he would have went. I think he would have been like, I mean, even just for like World War I flashbacks, he probably doesn't want to go back.
He doesn't want to go
being
back
on a boat. Yeah, he doesn't want to be back on the boat, smell their shitty English food. Just kidding. There's probably great food. All of that stuff.
I mean, do they have to take a boat back and forth? Couldn't they just apparate back and forth?
That's what Newt Scamander did originally, but then in the second one, because he can't leave the country legally. So he has to go to that gatekeeper. Yeah.
That was a port key.
Yeah, for the port key, and he has to use that to travel.
Okay, can we talk about the fucking huge problem that I had with this whole story? This is the one, like, what part of the movie that really bugged me? What in the fuck were the Lestranges doing on a fucking boat with a bunch of muggles in the middle of the goddamn ocean?
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't get it at all. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. Heading to America.
Yeah.
Heading to America. No less.
Even if they were going to go, like, why the fuck would they take a boat? They could get in one of those things that they put Grindelwald on the beginning of the movie with the flying Skeletors. Like, what the fuck? The guy's loaded. He's also a psycho, obviously. So, like, I mean, he doesn't even just, like, go out and, like, Imperious a bunch of witches to get on brooms and then just drag him over there in the thing instead of the Skeletors. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah,
he's on a shitty ass boat with a bunch of muggles.
Yeah, that never really made any fucking sense to me either.
I'm like, and then he just lets his kid drown.
Well, he didn't know that was his kid.
Well, how the fuck does he not know where his kid is?
Because he was having the fucking maid.
I'm a dad for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, why the fuck is he wandering off with his kid And why didn't he go find his kid the second there's a problem? You go find your kid.
I don't think he was there with
He
them.
wasn't on the boat. He
sent them there with the wet nurse and that girl, well, his daughter, to go over to America. And his daughter
why did
was
he do
tired
that?
was tired of the baby crying, so she switched out the baby with another baby that wasn't crying, and then the boat sank, and she never got a chance to switch the baby.
To be honest, I don't know why. I don't know why he sent her there, because it would seem weird to send her to a place that's super restrictive on magic users.
Yeah,
especially children who are probably going to do something that'll get you in trouble. You know,
yeah,
in a country
not
that
to
obviously
mention...
kills you if you do anything bad.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's this. There's been ransoms forever. Okay, people have kidnapped powerful people's kids since like probably the first caveman. Okay, you know, you get like the rich caveman who has like the 14 wives, and then they have a kid, and one of the poor cavemen was like, you know, if we kidnap that motherfucker's kid, I bet we can get like 2 wives.
After 14 wives, I don't think he's rich anymore.
It's true.
Those caveman days when women, you know, there was no shopping. There's no mall to go to.
Women be shopping.
Yeah, he's just like, go get all the food, you know, because that's, I don't know what they did, but that's just an example. But we, you know, we've heard about like, you know, I think there some story like a Robin Hood type of a situation where they kidnapped somebody's kid, like one of those old folk tales.
Probably.
Is there one of those in King Arthur or something? Is part of that they kidnapped somebody's? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Fuck if I know.
Who the fuck sends their kid with some wet nurse and not like a badass guy?
Okay, so yeah. The reason they went is because of Kama, the kid who's sworn the revenge and all that stuff.
That's right.
But yeah, why wouldn't the dad go with? Like, I mean, why not? Unless they were trying to hide it. Maybe like he stays there and they disappear with a different name going overseas. But it's like, I don't know. You still, like you said, why wouldn't you send him with a badass person?
Or hire 4 badass people, get in one of the wing things. Guess what? That guy's not just going to show up on a wing thing out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay. He's some dumb kid. Why not just take the 5 guys, you know, get a good ass hamburger, then go to 6 guys, assassination school, and then hire those 6 guys and then go murder the shit out of the kid. Like, who gives a fuck? You know, I mean, he's a fucking Lestrange. Aren't they supposed to be tough? You know?
Yeah, they're definitely crazy by the time we see him in Harry Potter. So,
well, I mean, fucking Bellatrix was pretty bad. I think wasn't she pretty badass?
Yeah. She was insanely powerful, but she was also insanely fucking crazy.
But she was, she was also not a Lestrange either. She was married into it. So.
That's true.
Yeah. So did we ever see the husband?
The husband of the
Bellatrix. Who is that?
He is, what's his name?
Starts with an
Rudolph?
A. No, I think this guy starts with an A.
Oh, I think you're right, Ricky. I think I remember that.
I'm not gonna argue with Ricky on Harry Potter stuff. He knows this shit way better than I do.
I mean, so wait, she was a black. Was she like his Sirius's cousin or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudolphus.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was Rudolphus.
Man, I was fucking right. Fuck off.
Wait, so Santa's lead reindeer
was
married Lestrange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a animagus also. So
yeah.
Okay.
He just had a zit on his nose when he was a kid and transformed the first time, and then boom, glowing nose.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest issue was the fact that Credence is a Dumbledore. Like, I know you guys haven't read the books, or if you have, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it doesn't add up that Credence is a Dumbledore. Dumbledore doesn't have any more siblings.
The way that would
he had a dead one, another dead one.
No, he had a brother and he had a sister. That was it.
Yeah.
He had a way younger.
He had a slightly younger brother, and he had a way younger sister that ended up going crazy.
That's right. There's the goat fucker brother, and then the one the sister that died.
The sister that pretty much turned into an Obscurus and died.
Because the only way that that could be a Dumbledore is Dumbledore's father was in prison by that time, and his mom was taking care of the kid. So maybe something there, but I don't know. Like by the time this kid would have been the age he is at this point, she would have been dead by now.
Yeah,
she died before he should have been born.
What if she died during childbirth? And I mean, you know what a lot of women do when their husband's in the can? They do what Lucy from Trailer Park Boys does, and they bang Randy.
Except that she should have been dead by the time Credence was
Born. Yeah.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, because he's like 18, and according to the way Rawlings' timeline works, it doesn't work. Which we know Rawlings does not know how time works whatsoever.
No,
because also
McGonagall shouldn't be at that school.
No, she should have been way too young to be a teacher.
She should have been way too young to even attend Hogwarts.
So.
Well, wizarding age they age weird, right?
They don't age backwards though. Like
no, they don't.
She would have been like 4 or
4 years
5
old or something like that. Yeah.
By the time she should have been at the school when when Lita and Newt were there, but she was a teacher there at the time. So it doesn't make sense with the whole timeline. Which once again,
is she like a teen in some other movie or book where it establishes her like at the same age as James and all of those people?
No, like the Pottermore stuff. The Pottermore stuff.
She's clearly older than them.
Yeah, she's a lot younger than like Dumbledore is, and she looks.
Yeah, Dumbledore's like 140 fucking something, and she's like 80.
Well, so the Pottermore stuff is all canon shit that she's put out, and they have a timeline for her.
Oh no shit!
Marriage and all that stuff, and now it's all thrown away after this whole thing. There's theories
why would they do that?
I don't know, because
they could have stretched it and had her be a first year there.
Yeah, Rawlings doesn't understand how time works, I think. But there is a theory that she's using a time turner, and she's gone back in time to maybe be better teacher, learn more magic or whatever. And she's gone back in time and she's teaching at Hogwarts at that time.
That could totally be the case.
There's a possibility there. So, which would make her a lot older because if she's lived through the thing twice. I don't know. She'd have to leave before she goes to school, though. That could fuck some stuff up, I think.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to encounter yourself.
Well, you just can't touch yourself.
You blow up.
Yeah. You can't give yourself to stranger.
Yeah. All right. What rating did you guys give this?
Oh, I gave this movie 4 stars.
I gave it 3 stars.
I gave it 3.5 stars.
And I also gave it 3.5 stars. Next week's movie is Kelly's Choice. What are you going to choose?
I'm going to choose A Quiet Place.
Ooh.
A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
That scary movie?
I guess it's scary. I mean,
what's
we gotta
it about?
make sure that they can watch it.
What's it about?
I don't think it's that scary. It's about aliens or some kind of monsters that show up and they attack when sound comes out. They've taken out most of the area that we see.
Yeah, it's not scary for you, Steve, because you don't have the overwhelming compulsion to talk like I do. I would be completely fucked. I'm like the second guy they killed. They'd be like, this guy fucking talks so much. Fuck this guy. Unless
honestly,
I could
I'm not seeing anything wrong in this. They're going around killing all the loud people. I have no
problem.
Ricky, you're a loud person too, dude.
I can be quiet when I want to be.
Ricky, I would turn on Family Guy. It would be super low, and you go, and you get us all killed.
Oh man!
Don't turn on fucking Family Guy. You should know it's my kryptonite. You son of a bitch.
What do we have this on?
I believe it's on Google.
It should be on Google Play, but there's some possibility it was bought without the family credit card thing, so it may not be available.
Yeah, I've seen it also on Amazon. I think I just.
Not seeing it on Google Play.
Okay.
I mean, I'm seeing it there, but it's not bought. So let's see.
Right. I'm pretty sure I saw it on Amazon last night. I was going
through let me check this out.
And I also saw it on Hulu, but I don't know if it was like the Showtime added thing that we have.
Because sometimes they'll let you, add it. I don't understand why they would have some arbitrary which money thing you used.
Yeah.
Right.
But companies are
douchebags.
Friggin' stupid, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see if we can get a hold of it. If not, then whatever, we can figure that out from there.
I am not seeing the thing to switch it.
Can you see the Amazon?
I don't know if. Oh yeah, they could just log into our Amazon Prime, can't they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, if not, I can come up with a plan B too. I just thought that it was on Google Play. I could have sworn I saw it.
It's on. We can watch it on ours, but you see, okay, watch.
That's so dumb.
See this movie right here?
Yeah.
See how it says Family Library, right?
Yeah.
And I can add it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's right there.
Yeah.
So you click on this. It is not there.
What?
So I think one of us accidentally bought it without the family plan thing.
It's all right.
Well,
it's on Prime Video. We're good.
Yeah.
I was like,
cool.
I can't fucking find it on Prime. Why the fuck? It turns out I wasn't logged into Prime. I was like, it's not fucking here. Yeah, it's on Prime Video, so we got it. We're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't have anything else, I think we're done.
Yeah, I'm good.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's like, let's get this fucking shit over with. I don't want those fucking alien guys to come when I'm talking. Yeah. Thanks for everybody watching.
Yeah. Let's see. Put all this stuff up there. Well, we're also like an hour and something. So
It's just really is just too bad this movie was like not more straight through. It would have made it from like a 3.5, 4-star movie to like a 5-star movie.
yeah.
You know, I think adding in like the where Credence came from bit and then throwing any of that crap in there at all, like if they I think they could have just smoothed it out a lot better.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, we're gonna put this up. Thanks for watching, everybody, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/HeroicAdventure youtube.com/HeroicAdventure twitch.tv/HeroicAdventure, mixer.com/Turkader, and twitch.tv/TurkaderPlays. You can follow us on Twitter at HEP Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at Turkader. You can follow Eric on Twitter at
Quick and Severe.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter at
Sugar Snuggled.
You can follow Ricky on Twitter at
Furry Turtle Balls.
You can follow Jason on Twitter at Unbelievable1. You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hepgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hepgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/HeroicAdventure and twitch.tv/TurkaderPlays. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Join us on Wednesday, 7:30 Pacific time, as we play some video game. Not sure what it is yet. Might be playing more Division 2. And also join us next Sunday, starting at 7 o'clock Pacific time, where we talk about A Quiet Place. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you then.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.